to Psychic Plans. I'm Aeson Knight, and with me tonight is, of course, my manager, business manager, and normally anything else I need, Techy Joe. Hello, darling. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm well rested. It's been a busy day. We got a bunch of silly, stupid things fixed in our life.
Yeah.
And, made some minor improvements that I gotta say, they're things that, like, to talk about them is like, really, like, that's exciting. But it's like, no, really, this is exciting.
Yeah, like we replaced my coffee pot with one that I'm going to like.
Yes.
We're setting a budget. We're doing tonight's show. I'm going to show you guys how I do budgeting. It took me about 3 years for Joe to get it, and then it gets a little bit more complicated when things get more complicated. So, we'll be talking about that. And we're going to be setting my week, which last week was the first week that I went midnights again. Loved it. So as you're coming in, guys, be sure to comment what you're drinking and what your win was this week. What win did you get? My win this week was I went back to night shift and actually didn't kill anybody.
Yes. And replay crew, if you're when you're watching this, let us know all the same things, and that you were here and that you saw this, and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Especially if you get a chance to try it out and want to come back to the video and let us know, that's even
better. Yes. Now I did go spend some money this week.
You did, and like, again, that's one of those minor things that like has been a that we could go do.
Yeah. Well, and it's not minor, it's kind of major when I go spend money, because I'm normally, very picky about what I spend money on, especially when it comes to a hobby like this that's actually a business tool, because you have to classify in your brain differently. But Happy Planner is currently 40% off at Joann's, which is a big thing. But interestingly, I was talking to the associate there I was checking out, and she was telling me that she wasn't getting a lot of Happy Planner stuff in. They're getting a lot more of another brand in, so we're going to be trying some of their sticker books also, and seeing where, what is more useful, what is more functional, what is more pretty for me. The reason I decorate my planner in general is because it needs to be aesthetically pleasing to me, or I'm not going to use it. If it's black and white and red all over, I'm not going to use it.
I know. I've noticed that it really does truly, honestly make a huge difference for you.
Yes.
Whereas, like, I went for years.
Right.
Like, I started with those stupid little school planners they gave you back in, like, middle or junior high. Like, I don't know, maybe that's a dead dinosaur thing now for students. But they used to give you these little paper spiral bound planners.
Right.
And they made good little consumers out of us. We continued this into adulthood, and bought them and paid good money, back in the paper era.
Right.
For those of you on the replay crew, year 2345, there was this thing called paper, and it required killing trees, and then you'd write on it and you'd print stuff, and it was cool.
Right.
So, assuming there's a YouTube in the year 2345.
There was. All right, so let's take a look at what I got. I went with the botanicals. Of course, it's flowery. There's some functionality in it. There's, this one is, it'll be a nice fill-in. What I like about it is it's got some bold colors. It's got some muted tones to it. But there is a lot of functional stickers in it, which is an improvement. And functional for me stickers, which are a lot of basics, but there's also some box stickers if I just want to fill in a whole space. We got standard lone colorful boxes. This is a Happy Planner classic. If they kill this, half their business will go bye-bye. I promise you, because we use these in vertical planning.
Yes.
And another one we got, and it is springtime, so we're going flowery. This is Lift Today. And this is called an associate book because it has sticky pads and notepads that hopefully they stick. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Yep, they do. That's wonderful for if I need to do a post-it. I really wish these were post-its. They never are. These little lists. These are like to-do lists that I can use for other things and other people. Like, here's the things I need you to do. But I really wish it made a post-it out of it.
That would have been a good plan. Good plan.
Yeah, that would have been a usable plan. But it's also got some usable flowers in it.
Cute.
Yeah, very cute. And box flowers, which are even more impressive. So we will use those up. I've had this planner. I had the original sticker book. I did not like all the stickers in it. I do like this one because it's got more stickers in it. More usable for me stickers. And then we went with Parkland, which according to her may be the replacement for Happy Planner, which is a good and a bad thing. I like a lot of their planning stuff. I do not like their paper. So it's a good thing for me because maybe they'll come out with some more sticker books. Currently, they only have 2, which is this one that's got a lot of functional stickers in it, which is great. Don't forget wild, say hello, darling, keep moving, great quotes. Different, pieces if I need to build a daily page out of, but we have daily pages or want to decorate boxes. And it's all in blue tones, which is very brand like Pacific for me. I use a lot of blue in my branding, so this will be great to be throwing into my planner because it's aesthetically pleasing. And it's most of the stickers they're very good quality. I've used their stickers that they come in their associates pack because I like their tabs that they put out in their associates pack. So maybe Parkland will, step it up a little bit and get some things moving here, and we'll get more sticker books out. But at least this one has a lot of icon stickers, blue flowers, of course, and box stickers or special stickers that are kind of there. So that's great. The other one they have is more of a celestial pattern with the same thing, a lot of functional stickers for it. No coffee cups though, which may be an issue.
No. I think I flipped back a couple of pages. I think I saw a coffee cup. One tiny little baby coffee mug.
Yeah.
They're in the icons.
Yeah,
there's a coffee cup.
Yeah, there's 2 coffee cups.
There's 2 cups.
Okay.
Ooh, see.
Yeah.
It's there. It's just.
Yeah. So, but again, small stickers, great icons. Ooh, calendar stickers. I did not see these. Now I wish I did. We will probably use these in the coming months.
Absolutely.
Because my date and holiday book is dying, but it's also got some celestial, some star patterns, gold stickers, which would be great for some things, list stickers, that type of thing, which is good. So that was my Hobby Lobby haul, and they were all 40% off.
Nice.
You guys will be seeing those sticker books. I'm going to probably be using those as I phase out the ones I have, because we're very close to being nick. Nothing left in them I can use.
Oh boy.
Meaning nothing I'd be happy using.
Right. Well, and I think everyone has that moment.
Yeah.
Like they're built for everyone. And when you build stuff for everyone, some stuff doesn't fit all.
Right. And it doesn't fit. And with me using a line vertical, it doesn't fit a lot of my planning stuff. What I will say is, it's like I did not buy the home body because in the home body, there's only like 2 pages of stickers. I'm not paying $10 for 2 pages of stickers.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
All right.
It's a little expensive.
It's a very much expensive. Let's see how our week's going to go, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. I just noticed the digital calendar is behind, way behind. For those who don't know, I do have a shared Google Calendar plus, we're Polly. And if Google Calendar ever goes down, the world dies. But my life calendar is very behind.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So we're championing into this week with a lot of passion. Our lesson is maybe not worry as much as we have been. And it reminds us with the Five of Wands here to go have some playtime. So we'll need to schedule some fun time in there to leave some white space. So Knight of Cups, Nine of Swords, stressing and worrying, and then the Five of Wands, which is playing.
Cool.
All right, so let's dig into this week. And I think we're going to first dig into our colorful boxes.
Yay, colorful boxes.
And put in our shows this week.
Oh, yes. Let's see. And, ooh, yay. Like, I'm even light on those this week.
You are. You've got a light week this week so far.
I know. Well, it's not going to be light by the time I get into it.
Right.
But it's one of those, I'm not on the road, like planned,
right.
already preordained. I'm on the road. So I might actually have time to get a few different work things done and caught up.
Right.
As well as be able to, because I know I will probably, since I don't have a scheduled on the road day, that gives me a lot more flexibility because I do have to get one of my private clients' computers fixed.
Yep.
And back to them. So that gives me time to just run over. Because it's like, I don't know, an hour and a half round trip.
That's fine.
It's like 45 minutes over and 45 back. And that's local.
That's local. It's no big deal.
I mean, if I could launch myself with a catapult in a straight line, I could probably be there in 15 minutes.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's over the river, through the woods, around the mountain, back around the mountain, and, you know, then
your grandmother's house, you know?
Yeah. Basically, like if grandma lives in a triple wide, that's basically this office.
Right.
Oh, Shannon flops. Okay. Oh no.
She tired.
Oh, poor. I'm sure, like, she had Metro Valley Pagan Pride stuff today.
Yeah.
Yes. And I haven't gotten to watch all of the video from that. So my apologies. I had a late start today. I was on the road a lot this past week. And I guess I finally hit tilt somewhere between the monster triple shot that kept me up till way too late this morning.
How's your review on those, by the way?
I flippin' love them, but watch when you drink them because it did amazing. Absolutely amazing for buying it at, like, I don't know, like, what was that, 8, 9 o'clock last night? Yeah. So, and I was really fuming it at that point, and I had one of them and, like, got us home, you know, nice safe sound, even the part of the journey where I usually am, like, head nodding because it's just dead.
Right. Like, I wonder what the accident rate is on there.
Yeah, especially that one little stretch. And if anyone's familiar, it's the stretch of 19 from 79 over past the scenic overlook on 19 until you start getting closer to Summersville. And it's just, there's nothing. There's nothing of visual interest. There is, like, hardly any traffic. It's just a dead zone. And I always struggle through it because it's just like you're just driving. Like, there's nothing to interact with.
Right.
Like, radio spotty. Like, you can't really tune into something and jam out. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah. Shannon peopled a lot today.
Fair enough. But kid made 2 new friends, came home, got a shower, and went to sleep. Gotta love that.
Gotta love that.
Wear out the babies and send them to bed.
You're right.
Yes. But no, on the triple shot, just be careful when you have it.
Yeah, like if you want to go to sleep within the past first 3 hours, don't.
Yeah, really don't. Because I was I really was. I had that about 9 o'clock, and I was like buzzing.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I've cut most of the caffeine out of my diet.
He's trying for a divorce, everyone. He's trying for a divorce.
That's not what I said. I know, to you it's the same thing, but no, because my tummy just can't take the daily coffee thing. Like, it does not like the grind. But no, I've cut down a lot of the caffeine in my diet, so it's a rarity now, not a daily mandatory. So I am having higher reaction to my caffeine now, which is kind of nice.
Right.
Until you have a monster triple shot at like 10 p.m. and you're like buzzing till 7 in the morning.
Right. Well, again,
I was buzzing till about 5:30, and then I started like a wind down process to 7, and 7 was when I was like getting yawny.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thank God I can go to bed. Like, oh, and then I slept like the dead. Yes.
Literally, it was necromancy, people. Necromancy outperformed, raised him from the dead.
Basically, which was impressive because he was driving back from Beckley when I was raised.
Uh-huh.
So multitasking A++ would recommend. So there's that. And then glutton for punishment, I had one again at 3 because I bought 2 because they were 2 for $6, and so I've had another one, and that's why I'm a little hyper.
But in a good way, hyper.
But in a good way, I'm knocking some stuff out, getting some stuff done.
Yeah, but, hopefully he'll get to his honey to-do list this week.
Oh, let's hope.
Because otherwise, I might just have to suspend him from everybody and say, nope, he's not doing any of that until these things are done.
Okay, so while you're threatening me with a good time, what happens if I then don't do them?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to figure out other measures to take. Like, I don't know. I might become the CEO and boss of certain things, and people won't like that.
Oh, okay. Well, damn. But yeah. But no, the honey-do list is always long.
It keeps getting longer. All right. Sorry, guys. Had to go find some washi.
Yay, washi!
Yeah. All right. When do you want dinner for most of the week?
How are we on a straight 7s?
We're great as long as you take care of Friday.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay.
And especially if it doesn't involve like heavy Italian.
I don't care. We haven't planned it yet. We got to talk about that too in a minute.
Don't get me wrong. I've loved the lasagna the last 2 Fridays, and I was thrilled with the spaghetti and meatballs because we went to visiting.
Yeah, we went to visiting my other mother-in-law.
Yes. And she made a fabulous spaghetti and meatballs with like ginormous meatballs. But no, I'm just kind of like, we have so many heavy Italian leftovers in the fridge. Like, I'm glad I had. Do what now?
Did you take my straight knife again?
No, never.
Swear
not I.
He's afraid I'm going to do surgery on you. I swear he is.
No, that's anytime I have an injury and your straight knife goes missing. Meanwhile, he found it.
Yes, I found it.
On his desk.
In my pencil box.
Where he put it. See, this is the stuff that happens in relationships. If you want a reason not to be in one, here's one. Like, you get blamed for shit you didn't even do. That they did to themselves. Do what?
You have been known to do.
Known to do what?
Well, one, you didn't want me buying a scalpel.
No, I did not. I made that clear and apparent, and everyone knows that.
2, you've
Part
hidden
2.
it before.
I have not hidden it. I have not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're going to blame that on Dad, too?
I'll blame that on your father. I'll blame that on Gizmo. I'll blame that on anyone that is not me because I didn't do it.
Okay. I know I saw a dinner sticker in somewhere of this.
Oh, no. Which the joy of the washi, using it functionally, not just decoratively, is kind of lovely.
Yeah.
Oh. The other thing I have to point out with all the extra caffeine is like the thirst level is through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's a diuretic, darling.
I know. But yeah.
Yeah. But no, we need to come up with a meal plan.
Well, honestly, I think we're at least on fridge clean out, aren't we, until like Tuesday night?
At least, if not Wednesday.
I know. So, because like the white bean chicken chili, we're not doing that tonight.
Nope.
So I'm fixing that to fridge clean out.
Okay.
Because honestly, guys, we're at a point in which we have to eat stuff to make room to put away stuff.
We have to eat stuff to make room before we can even go shopping at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you did some of that today.
Yeah.
But just for the basics.
Yeah, like I got my refills on my creamer and my almond milk and my protein powder.
And got my kefir.
And got his kefir, which you've been doing really good with and haven't wasted a bit of it.
Oh, God, no. Like, I can't complain. It's making a lot of things better.
Okay.
Especially with the tummy.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, my stomach is notoriously, like,
grumpy.
The epicenter of my nervous system.
Right.
Like, I don't know how else to politely say that, is like whatever passes through my body emotionally goes out my tummy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's as brutal as I want to get on that one. You can use your imagination. You're probably hitting like the tip of the iceberg for how bad it gets. But like, if I get angry, if I get stressed, if I get whatever, it goes straight to the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get upset, I eat. I, get, like, as in, like, if I'm emotionally volatile over a situation, just like, I'm, like, it's a negative, but in a sad way. Yeah, like, that goes straight eating. Or if I get, like, angry, that's just, like, napalm in the tummy.
Right.
Like, that it's the emotional epicenter of my body, or the epicenter of my nervous system, however you want to put it. And I've got to say the kefir's doing really, really well. Or despite whatever's going on, keeping my tummy a lot happier. And like, I won't say perfectly fixing it, but taking a lot of the like destructive power off of it.
Right.
Like, I'm not getting the intense emotional eating cravings, which
Sure.
I've always dealt with those. And like, that's one of those things that, like, if you want to know why Joe's fat because Joe gets emotional and Joe eats shit. And it's not as bad as it used to be. Because please realize at one point I weighed 420 pounds after my mother passed. And that was all because I ate my way through my emotions. Like I had an emotion and then I ate it. And then I had another emotion and I ate that one too. So that's called emotional overeating. In case you were confused on the concept, that's basically what emotional overeating is.
All
You
right.
try to fill the void within yourself with food.
We're just going to take these boxes, which is the reason I got the planner.
Mm-hmm.
So I like these boxes.
Well, the sticker book at least.
Yeah. I'm just going to tag it. Grab our pen, which today was a sad day. I had to throw away one of my green pens. It died.
And please note the green pen is his finance one.
Yeah.
Like he writes, like in the spirit of color,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like the connections of color to things,
Mm-hmm.
he does all of his finances in green.
Right.
So, much like you would light a green money candle, he writes his financial needs
in green.
in green.
Yes. And anything to do with money in green.
Yes.
Unless it's negative money, and then it's in red.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
Very passionate about the negatives.
Right. So we've got some things affecting my life. Namely, we have an assistant that leaves the house. When's he leaving the house this week, Joe?
Oh, let me get over there. So Tuesday, 4 to 8.
Okay. Okay.
Thursday, 4 to 8.
Okay.
Friday, 4 to 8. And that's all we've got.
Okay.
And then they have an appointment on Wednesday.
Yeah, we have lunch on Wednesday, so it kind of ties in.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, you've already got that. So awesome.
Yep.
All right, and then yeah.
So we've got this basis of the plan going on here. We've got my shows in, we've got our dinners in, we've got the effective schedule. So we can start planning my secondary things. As soon as I find my color planner. There it is.
Oh, you've got a guest this week for the coffee shop.
I do, and I have a guest on Modern Spiritual too.
Nice.
All right, so what can we do to tie in some stuff, make life a little bit easier? I'm going kind of green this week.
It's not easy being green.
Huh?
I said it's not easy being green.
No, it isn't. But let's put in some gym time here. Do a gym here.
Gym on Tuesday morning. Well, Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday morning, afternoon. So I can take him to work and go to the gym.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
I can do that again here.
Yep.
And get it right back up on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also going Sunday.
Oh, good deal.
At 4.
Nice.
Grab my purple pen. Oh, no. Don't you start.
He's destroyed the rainbow. The Voldemort of West Virginia has killed the rainbow.
The rainbow pens. Like, we may have to make a trip to Walmart.
Yes. So we'll try to wrap up early for you to be able to do that.
Well, I've got backups. I mean, we're fine. We're fine because I really want to have to go to. I'm gonna more likely have to go to Staples.
I know it, and they're closed.
All right, and then on Thursday night, I'll go to Eric.
Yep. It reminds me, have we even gotten that far in my week? No, see, guys, I was telling him before the show is I just today threw me off a little bit because I way slept in. Like once I finally got to sleep, like I was down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All right. So this is going to be an interesting week. This is fully midnight week. Now we go putting in the work.
Work.
Okay. Nope. There's one more thing we discussed in the car last night, and I think I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. We've discussed many things.
Grabbing some washi. Okay. This green one.
Oh, blocking off time to cook?
Nope.
No.
Blocking off time to nap.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm hitting a sludge about 6 o'clock in the evening. So, and it really normally does not take me full hour to cook.
True.
So we're going back to blocking out a nap time.
It's like kindergarten.
Yes, you would be surprised when you begin living a different time zone, different time connection, the things that go on. And, you know, we're going ready to go through a time shift. So, yeah, I'm going to take a nap. And I'm going to protect the nap. By blocking it out. So we're not scheduling over my nap time.
No. Well, except for modern spiritual, but that's kind of fixed.
That's expected.
But hey, if you can get 6 out of 7 days a week of naps,
Right.
like, I think you'll be good.
Right. And, you know, I think I will have a better night in doing so.
Oh, yeah. Well, and we've both kind of had to get, like, okay with the nap 30.
Well, yeah, nap 30 has been a major adjustment for me, especially. Because I'm used to going all the time and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, here lately, I've needed that nap. I need that recharge. And it really has to do with, in general, how much energy I'm putting out.
Yeah. Well, and I think some of it also, it's not that you were uncomfortable or unfamiliar with nap 30.
Yeah.
It was more so that the way your day was running there for a while, or for the longest time, it wasn't really a nap as much as it was like disconnected sleep. So it's like 30 minutes here, an hour there, 2 to 3 hours here, plus, you know, maybe another hour. Was your normal like 24-hour period.
Right.
And then it's gotten to the point that no, you're needing more concentrated sleep.
Right.
And then you're also needing a little pick-me-up.
Right. A little recharge.
Yeah, a little recharge, at least a good lay down, and like not really sleep, nappy nap,
Mm-hmm.
but like the freedom to doze off for at least a couple of minutes and just space out.
Right.
Yeah. Which I think is fair. I know people, and I never could be one of them. Like, because I have my own nap issues. Um, like there's minimum timing involved.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew people that used to go on their lunch break and could literally just set a cute little watch alarm or a little phone alarm. And
Mm-hmm.
just like, they've had their lunch and, they've still got another 45 minutes or more on, or, a little less on their lunch break. And they could just go out and be like, I'm going to get a 15-minute cat nap in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of envy those people because that's a really hard cycle for me.
Right.
Like, it does damage for me usually to take like a 15-minute nap. My
Yeah.
body is like, that's not a thing.
Right.
Like, is it an interval? Is it a multiple of 1 hour, 30 minutes?
Right. And for me, an hour is more than enough. So that works out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think I have my base down. Now let's start talking work.
Okay.
All right. So I'm starting my day at
Oh, yeah, you still got your mornings to block out.
yeah. We're using the washi this week.
Yep.
I'm gonna use the same decorative washi here. So we're taking the first hour of my day,
Mm-hmm.
my morning routine, because it takes the washer 35 minutes to run, and then it's time for me to do my morning yoga, shower, and then get a shower, and then come in here and look all bright and pretty. And I have to say, this off-brand Dollar General washi tape has been fabulous. Like, I don't know who made it because it was unbranded, but it's been lovely.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think dollar stores sometimes get a bad rap or just have some products that, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But then a fair amount of the stuff they carry is actually really, like, it's decent.
Yeah.
It's more than serviceable, and sometimes, it can be better.
Yeah.
Like, depending upon what better means for you. Like,
Right.
some people may not love it, but other people may be like, yeah, I totally see what you mean, and it's totally worth it.
Right.
Like, I still have Dollar Tree, and I can't wait to play with it. Like the Dollar Tree, like I picked this up because I want to try it. They're vinyl
Uh-huh.
for the cricket.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm kind of intrigued to see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know it's been brought up in a couple of different places that no, it's totally serviceable.
Right.
Like, it'll totally service your needs.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, for $1.25, whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how you slice it, a lot cheaper than vinyl normally is.
Right.
I'm willing to give it a shot, and like, I'll put up with a fair amount.
Right.
For like one, at best, discount pricing, 1/6 to 1/10 the regular price.
Right.
I'm like, I can put up with a fair bit of like, well, it's not perfect, but.
So if I'm getting up at noon, math back for me, what time am I going? What is I need 7 hours minimum sleep.
Okay, so if you're going to bed at noon, or excuse me, if you're getting up at noon, you have to be in bed by 5.
Okay.
For 7 hours.
Right. So we'll put 4 here. That gives me an hour for my nightly routine.
Mm-hmm. So you need your little border down there.
Yes. All right, here I go bragging on you, and you start doing bullshit.
Ha
But it's old, guys. Like, that was the reason we done the stash down. And we're going to continue doing the stash down because it's old. And this is what happens when washi gets old.
Yeah. What happened? It stuck to itself?
It teared.
Oh, it toured. It
Yep.
toured.
Yep.
And again, that happens, and that happens with any washi. It doesn't matter how much you spend.
Right.
Like, you can spend $20 on a roll of washi tape.
If you do not use it, it will dissolve. And
yeah, it starts to have problems. Well, because it is a very thin.
Yeah.
Like, washi's kind of delicate.
Well, its glue is more of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it does have a pretty hefty disconnect.
Yeah.
On like the amount of adhesive to the amount of actual paper.
Right.
It's kind of a wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's the adhesive is usually meant to be like repositionable.
Right.
Without totally trashing.
Right.
Plus, I think the overriding theory is you'd rather your washi tear to hell than your page.
Paper. But, that's becoming a really big thing right now. Like, there are people that are using planners and they are literally stickering the whole planner so they can write in their planner. And I think that's the reason we went to print.
Wait, what? They're stickering their whole planner just so they can write in it?
Yeah. Like, they will lay down a sticker. Like, I'm doing this, and you want to see me go over and do pen over it. But no, they're putting stickers down to write in it because the paper is so crappy.
Oh, God.
Planner, we're looking at your bullshit.
Yeah, well, and Park Lane apparently too, because you said that was your primary issue with them is their paper quality is low.
Yeah, their paper quality sucks terribly. Like, my energy gels go through it.
Yeah.
5 a.m. That done. But no, that is my main issue with Parkland is they print on, what is that? It's the normal, not the 24 bright, but the other one.
Oh, the 20 pound?
The one above that.
24 pound.
24 pound.
Yeah, because there's 20, 24, like 20 is the worst crap you can buy.
Right.
That's generally called copier paper.
Right.
24 pound is generally like your lowest end of premium paper.
Mm-hmm.
28 pound is usually nicer premium paper, or it starts into your depending, but resume papers, your finer papers.
Right.
And then once you get above 28 are your really specific papers and or moving quickly towards cardstock.
Right. Well, we use 32 for our planning, but it's the 24. Yeah, 24 or 26 is what they're using to print Parkland on, and that's a problem. It's also what Happy Planner New has been printing on. And guys, I'm telling you, that stuff looks like crap. I've been the Reddits are pissed.
Yeah, because we're printing by comparison on 32 pound.
Right.
Which is a very, like, no joke, it's not cheap paper.
No.
Like a ream of this
is 52.
Hell, I got it right next to me. Yeah. Yeah, a ream of this. 500 sheets, which weighs a metric ton. Actually, it specifically weighs 32 pounds.
Right.
Yeah. Like, it's nice paper, and it's 98 white.
Right.
So it's the really bright white.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it shows up with a good contrast.
It does. And that's why it holds up to my penage.
Mm-hmm. But even it's not perfect. Like, honestly, if we could get, like, one step higher.
Yeah, 34 would be great, but we haven't found that. Yeah. All right. So we have our basics down. Now let's start planning our work schedule. So networks begin at 1. We'll run to 5 on Monday. We'll start at 9. To 4. No, till 5. Well,
Yeah.
4. 4. Because I'm taking an hour to get ready for bed. And then again, network till 3. And then network at 10. We'll go to 4. And then this one we will do a 3. Yeah, that's 3. This is network till 6. And then network again. And we'll have to go in at 8 that day.
Okay.
Till 4. And then till 3:30. And then till 4. And then here again from network till 3:30 again. And then work till 4. Saturday. Let me go and look at my monthly. I think I'm supposed to have a tarot class that day, but I didn't get it up, so.
Oops. Is it this Saturday or next Saturday?
I think it's this Saturday.
I think it's next. Let me go look real quick. I can take a look at that.
Okay.
Oops. And March. Yeah, it's the 11th.
Yeah, that's this Saturday.
Yeah, sorry. I thought it was next Saturday for some reason.
Well, since we've not put it up, why don't we move it to next Saturday?
Hey, does that work for you guys?
Yeah, let's get that moved over to the 18th.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, now that makes for a really tight couple of days. 18th, 19th, 20th. Yeah, that's a lot going on in that span, though, real quick. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
Because you would have the class on Saturday, our
Uh-huh.
Psychic Plan Sunday. You have an Ostara Live, and we're on the road on Monday. Then you have a New Moon Chat and Psychic Coffee Shop on Tuesday.
All right, move it to next month.
Okay.
Yeah, just move it. Just put it on my list for next month, and we'll do that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, do you want to pick a day?
What Saturday at 6:30 do I have available?
The 22nd.
That works.
Okay. Because you got a few different things set up for April.
Right. I think that's because I originally had a Terror of the Fool scheduled, and we didn't. We had it, but nobody showed up. So.
Yeah, but the 102, you can take it even if you've had it way back.
Right.
Yeah, but no, for April, you're supposed to be looking at Intro to Psychic Development.
Yeah, that one's not ready, so go ahead and replace that with Terror 1 or 2.
Okay, then that's on the 8th of April.
Yep.
So let me do that. Okay. Tarot 102. on April 8th.
Right.
And then marketing your psychic business.
That one's ready.
Okay. And then, yeah, you've got Psychic Saturday on the 29th of April.
Right.
So, yeah, that shouldn't be so bad.
No.
Sorry, I was just looking at that weekend of the 18th, and I was like, he's going to be grindy all the way through from Friday night Mountain Bears until like almost midnight on Tuesday with programming. And it's like, he got a cranky.
Right.
Like,
all
there's
right.
just no way.
Yeah. So there is my weekly work schedule.
Beautiful.
I'm going one. If you're typing this, it's 1 to 6 and 9 to 4 is what I'm pulling on Saturday, and then 1 to 3:30, and then 9 till 4 on Saturday.
On Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a good deal. I'll get that typed up.
Awesome.
We're trying something new, guys. I'll be post-watching the show and typing up some of the different stuff instead of trying to hurriedly do that during the show because I can't multitask that well.
No. All right. So it's time to make some more functional things here that we need. I saw this book 101.
I don't know if you guys had a chance to see in the energy overviews, we actually did timelining so you can jump to and see the section titles. And we'll also be trying to do that with the shows in general. So the energy overview for March was the first time we did that.
Yep.
And then like this show, we will try to break up into, well, we will be breaking up into the different segments of what we were talking about overall. Like you can jump to the portion with the tarot reading. You can jump to the portion where we were talking about his schedule, like we just were, and just some of the various like key topics.
Right.
So you can find those and like.
Right, and see how
that's all you're here for.
Yeah. If that's what you're here for, if you're here specifically to see how we lay my calendar out, if you're here specifically to see how we budget, because I am covering the psychic budget this show.
I'm sorry, guys. We got distracted here. Hey, Emily, or we're having delayed comments because I swear to God, I just looked and
comments because we did not see any of these a minute ago.
Yeah, okay. I thought I was just having a moment because I was like, wait, what? At like 8:22, what?
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Ren, not a thing.
Not a thing, baby.
Like, one, you asked the wrong person.
Right.
I'll send good vibes.
No.
I don't pray for.
Right. Hello, Brenda. How are you?
But hey, Emily, and Brenda, it is okay you were late. That is awesome. Yes, Shannon, they are pretty stickers. Oh no. Oh, Emily. So Emily has seeds are sprouting, a little makeshift nursery in my kitchen. So yay.
Yay.
But is faced with having to clean out moldy leftovers out of the fridge and not looking forward to that. I feel your pain.
And Shannon, Shannon, you have the power of the magic bump wand. Bump them the hell out of here.
Yeah, well, she did. Well, she took care of the messages at least. But no, thank you. Sorry, we just got slammed with messages. Like we had no clue.
Yeah, but no, we had
you
no
did.
clue.
You did.
That's why we have that's why our baristas are so wonderful to do our moderation.
We appreciate them greatly for that.
Yes,
because I will say it's very surprising
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it gives me better, perhaps perspective slash, understanding, space and grace, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
for like newscasters.
Uh-huh.
Just in doing this, that like it seems so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a fully competent, functional adult. I would think I could multitask some things. Not
Uh-huh.
all the things, but some things.
Right.
The amount of brain power it takes to remember to look, at least in the vague direction of a
Right.
camera, and remember what the hell you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and remember to try not to take your stream down by saying things you shouldn't,
Right.
while trying to read
Right.
and process what someone is saying. Like, that all comes together, and at the point in which you have to then interact and like remove someone or bring up like banners or commercials or end a show,
Right.
it's a little taxing.
It is.
It's a
But no,
little.
we really appreciate the baristas we've entrusted to be bouncing anybody that needs to be bounced out, because there is apparently a very large delay in comments. Because we didn't see Miss Emily come in. Hope you're still here. Miss Brenda, how are you? Yep, you're late, but you're amazing. And Shannon, you're doing an amazing job tonight. Okay, so we're doing leftovers Monday.
Oh yeah.
I am sure we can do leftovers for 3 days. Then after that, to become freezer. What do you want
Okay.
Wednesday night?
Well, I think after all the leftovers, why don't we do a nice fish dinner? That'll be a little lighter.
Okay. So we're doing the mahi mahi.
Okay, mahi mahi. Mahi mahi.
All right. Thursday,
Don't we have another one of the shrimp things?
we do. We have the shrimp.
We had a little mix up, so we didn't quite do what we wanted. So we have two shrimp things, and they're two different ones because we thought we cooked two of the same.
Nope, they're the same. It's the shrimp
Oh,
panini or something like that.
okay. The shrimp Perry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the shrimp Perry.
All right. And what are you cooking me Friday?
Ooh. Oh, why don't I just do the white bean chicken chili?
Okay.
We'll try again for that one.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to be tonight.
Yeah.
But
And that'll carry us through Saturday.
yeah.
And then Sunday, what are you cooking? Or what am I cooking?
Well, we're not overloaded this Sunday. Why don't we try to actually do like a full-on meal?
Right.
Do we have more of the orange roughy? Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
No?
No.
We killed it?
We
Wow.
killed it.
Oh, no.
You want to do a salmon?
Yes, we can do salmon.
Okay.
It became a rat filling. Oh. Oh, could be worse. I threw pork sausage in my egg roll bowl instead of hamburger. Distracted cooking. It became a rat filling.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. So we got my to-do list here. I'm limiting my to-dos for this week to here. I know I have other ones, another to-do list thing over here that I'm going to use if I need to, but I'm going to do to-dos there, our meal plan there. We don't really need a key this week because there isn't a lot of travel, and I've kind of linked a lot of things up, so that's great. So this is my weekly plan for this week. We're down to just this week. We're just doing the vertical plan. I've got white space up here if I need to add things in. I do need to get...
we got to get the weather, which I do have that ready.
Yeah. Well, we're going to move over to budgeting first.
Right.
All right.
So that'll be one of the shortcuts as well. Do we want to take a commercial, though, before we roll into
Let's take
budget?
a commercial, and then we will go into budgeting.
All right, let's run that.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, One reason is to irritate my social media manager, Aeson Knight. Hi, Aeson. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Do you have a cute pet? We know you do. Each week, Tracy Van chooses from submitted photos a featured reader for her Facebook page and provides a tarot reading. Your adorable pet cat, dog, rabbit, goat, chicken, snake, or more could be her next featured reader. Visit tracyvan.com, TracyVann.com, and click Featured Reader to submit. We look forward to seeing your pet next.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal. And I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hey everybody, Natalie here from The Pendulum's Path. If you are in need of guidance, direction, spiritual connection, healing, or more, you have come to the right place. I have worked as a psychic and a medium for over 3 years, connecting people from all over the world with their loved ones, giving them insight and guidance into their current situations, their past healings, their blockages, and what they need to know in order for them to have a better future. It would be my absolute honor if you would come to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. Visit my shop. I have a whole bunch of crystals, oils, balms, mystery boxes, and more. And visit my services. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute sessions. I also have email readings available if you're not comfortable with the one-on-one session with me, or if you just want to try me out. I encourage you to come visit me at the Pendulum's Path, and let's get you back on the right track today.
All right, we are back. And you guys have seen these pages before. These are my sales reports pages. In the new layout, I moved this over to its own thing because it was what was needed.
Mm-hmm.
So it has its own section in my planner, and but how do I, why is this information useful? Well, Joe, you can go into explaining why this is, why do I need to know what I make literally by the day?
Okay. Well, there's a really long, complicated answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a really short summation that nobody likes, but it's kind of true.
Okay.
All right. So let's go with the short, easy one first. The short, easy one is, much like every other adult entertainer, the way that he works is paid on a per gig by the hour basis. Like, he has no fixed hours and fixed income. Like, it is all of his own doing.
Mm-hmm.
No one else is setting his schedule and cracking a whip except for me, and my whip's broken. So, like, I crack it, it does nothing anymore. He's just like, whatever, threaten me with a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't really have that power.
Right.
So that's the short version. The longer version is the that really truly specifically his income is based on however many hours he works, and he can decide that day to day however that works for him. And so what we have to do is forecast what our expenses are, and then work backwards from what our expenses are to goals for him on a daily basis. And then constantly recalibrate those.
Right.
If if the goal for today is $150 and today he does $100, then we have to figure out over the next 6 days where that, we have to redistribute that $50 across the next 6 days,
right,
to figure out what the new goal is per day.
Yep. I mean, we have some standard goals here that are in, like Ian, I'd like to make $387 for tuna, 20 or 40, Zodiac this, Best American 40. All these networks have standard goals, and let me see. I need to find one that isn't relevant. I have one that isn't relevant at this moment. Okay. Bring you guys down just a little bit. That one.
Yeah.
All right. So even though I have my standard goals here, this is what it started out with, because they all don't pay the same, and you guys are going to see some numbers here that are repeated. But at the end of the day, the business made $277.19.
Right.
Not to where. Yeah.
Also have to redistribute that to or we have to then count that not for today, because unlike other adult entertainers that are cash basis,
right,
that you walk out with your tips and they are what they are, his is all of these pay on a delay.
Right.
So some of the networks pay within a week, some within a month, some within 4 days. Some of the there's a lot of movement.
All right.
So it's 2 parts. So really what he's trying to goal plan for this week and figure out financially is not this week, but the following week.
Right.
How much
or the following month, depending on the network.
Well, yes, very true, very true. But on your, we'll just be honest, on Keen,
right?
Which I refer to it as the mortgage payer, because it generates enough income you could pay a mortgage. On that one, that's the lion's share of what we use to budget bills and utilities and things like that.
Right.
And food. So he's not looking, because it pays daily, but there's a 4-day delay and skip the weekend.
And the holidays whatever they choose to be a banking holiday now.
Well, yeah, and it can, the holidays are really screwed up, so that's why I usually don't talk about them. I just go with the general rule.
Right.
Because it's a lot harder to explain the holidays. But so he's not looking at this, what he's making this week will not get paid out until the following week. So what he predominantly, what he makes this weekend through Sunday night, well, technically Monday morning, 2:30 a.m., that will pay out this coming Thursday.
Right.
And then just roll it from there. So it gets really interesting to know that, okay, we're not looking, if we haven't made the money already for this week's bills, the best we got is we're paying it on Thursday or Friday,
right,
with deposits that are coming in that he can still control on Sunday night through Monday morning, 2:30 a.m., and then what he gets on Monday through 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday, because that'll be Thursdays and Fridays deposits.
Right.
So if we can't wait to pay it until Thursday or Friday, then what he's really, truly, honestly looking at is the following week.
Right.
So not the 6th through the 10th, that 6th through the 12th.
6 through 12th,
That's
no. Financially speaking, we are already looking at stuff from the 12th through
the 19th.
the 19th.
Yeah,
All right.
18th, 19th.
Right, and this gets very complicated, and we're on the way, and I'm not seeing a YouTube video talk about being on the way.
Yeah.
The goalpost is to get to where we're not dealing in weekly numbers anymore, or daily numbers anymore, because we've dealt in daily numbers. Hell, we've dealt in hourly numbers.
Yeah. Well, and that's worth some honesty.
Yeah.
Like we, for the last few months, have been in that hourly, like,
yeah,
please someone book an appointment, please someone pay an invoice,
yeah,
please.
yeah. And when you get into the business, you will have to learn that there's a flow. There's a flow with all the networks. There's a flow with different things. You've got to read your contracts. You've got to understand your contracts. You've got to understand. I see advisors all the time get upset because they didn't read the contract that says we don't pay holidays, meaning we don't pay on a holiday.
Well, as in your deposit will most likely not occur on a holiday because it requires two things to occur. One,
well, three things,
is that the network has to be open and available to send a deposit, and your bank. So okay, you've got the network has to be open and available to send a deposit. Their bank has to be open and available to send a deposit. Your bank has to be open and available to receive and process the transaction of the deposit.
Right. And you have to know which bank you're dealing with. Like, if your payment source is provider, you're looking at a 14-day delay. If your payment source is PayPal, you're looking at instant availability. If you're looking at a transference from, I don't know, let's go with Dunkers, which is a bank in Dutchland, it may take a week and a half to receive it to your PayPal that you then have to transfer to your bank.
The currency conversion went right.
Exactly. We're on the way to being able to be a month ahead. And to be doing that, I had to sit down, and I've done this earlier today because the numbers have changed greatly over the past 4 months. Thank you, American Power. But this is what we're looking at just to cover the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And with financial goals, I highly recommend that you set 3. Your silver daily goal, your gold daily goal, and your platinum daily goal. Your end of the day goal should be your platinum. That is your pay for that day and 2 more days. You don't want to live on a 24-hour schedule flipping through things. You need to be hitting that platinum goal.
Right.
So when all is said and done, in our household, we go through $3,800 and $3,873.63 a month on average.
Mm-hmm.
So the perfect financial planner would have that amount of money sitting in a checking account. Mm-hmm. We're not there yet.
No.
We will be.
Well, and those are the basics. That's no extras. That's
right.
We entirely cook at home. The utilities are paid so that we can work and flush a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
We have cigarettes so we don't kill people. He has coffee so he doesn't kill people.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the bare minimum gas and things like that to operate the vehicle to do bare basic things.
Right. So our basic bills to keep everything, including the business running, is averaging $2,173.63.
Mm-hmm.
On average, on living expenses alone, we spend for the 3 of us $1,700. That is gas, food, cigarettes, pet care, all that per month.
Yep.
What's that break down to? That breaks down to $129.12 is the minimum I can make in a day. Cash in my pocket.
Yep.
So, if you're used to being an hourly worker, however many hours that I would work, meaning how many hours, if I'm doing $7.75 an hour, or what is it, $16, $11.50 an hour, you'd have to make that amount of money to survive.
Right.
All right. My gold one is 2 days, is the minimum times 2. And then the platinum one is 3 times the minimum amount I need. That way, that platinum is half of that money can go over and set into a lovely account called next month. Yeah. Which is all fine and good. This is basic finances, guys. If you guys want more on this, if you want me to go into a deeper video on this, let me know in the comments below. What gets fun is, if I was working a store, I was working a normal store, or if we were dancing or whatever, we would get our cash when we walked out the door. Nobody holds a stripper's money for more than an hour. If you do,
fair enough.
Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you were a normal W-2 wage earner,
right,
you get a check every Friday to every other Friday.
Right.
Direct deposited for a set amount, or for an amount fluctuating based on hours.
Right. So where are we currently at this? Well, we have a need of $2,032.68. But this is already in motion. So we have some things in motion. We have some Keen money in motion. We have some Fortuna money in motion. Okay. So we are still needing, we need to do 826.39 over the next week to clear this page, where we're at. But we have other assets we have to monitor. We have what's called holding money. This is companies that hold the money either to a weekly basis, like Click for Advisor, they hold it 1 week. Zodiac holds until you make their minimum payment amount of $100, and on the 11th business day of the month. Yeah. Fortunica is another one that pushes itself out monthly. They're doing very well from what I'm seeing financially. So so this is holding to the future. So that's what holding monies are. And that's kind of like, they'll pay out whenever I hit their payment amounts and their paydays line up.
Yeah, for that one, it's more like I would almost end up having to call that slot machine money.
Right.
Because it is sort of like you're waiting for all the numbers to align.
Right.
What's the minimum amount? What's the magical day? And then how many days does it have to just sit there?
Right.
Is your 3 magical numbers that have to all align, and then ding, 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 here's your payout.
Right. So we're doing really good. For this red number here to be a 3-digit number, I'm happy. I've had it be a 4-digit number before. We're not there yet. So we're heading into the right direction. Everything is kind of good. Now, granted, we have spent some of our spending money. We got a new coffee pot. If you guys haven't noticed, I bought a new camera. Thank you, Patreons. That's what you paid for. These things are business expenses. And then when advisors start out new in the business, they want to go cheap. You cannot go cheap. You are looking at investments that takes days to accomplish. Or, whatever to accomplish. Do not go cheap on your business equipment. You will regret it.
You'll spend more.
You will. You will. I mean, we were replacing my cell phone every 6 months, and I was carrying multiple carriers. But no, the Samsung's done really good. So we're really happy with that. Is there places we can cut down? Yes. Is it worth me cutting it down? No. So there's that.
We've already, and I think that's an honest part of the discussion, is when things got tight,
We got
because if y'all didn't notice, like we had some moments in last year that got tight, and then we finished out last year
Mm-hmm.
by simultaneously having medical issues,
Right.
which nowhere in our business plan.
Well, nowhere in our business plan, nowhere in our goal setting, nowhere in our ideas is any place that I'm off for more than 2 days. Nowhere in that plan is that Joe is off for more than a day.
Well, typically from my side of it, it's I will play injured.
Right.
I will continue. Now, I'll limp along, and it'll take me longer, and I'll get really triagey with like what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, and like tell clients, I'm sorry, your stuff's gonna have to wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then just do what I absolutely have to do. I was completely out.
Right.
I totally knocked out.
Right.
And then on the flip side of that, his version of sick is he realizes he's sick, he loads up on meds, he knocks his happy self out for 24 to 48 hours
Mm-hmm.
and sleeps it off. And then 24 to 48 hours later, he may not be feeling 100%, but he's good enough to get back in the game and go.
Right.
That didn't happen this time either.
No. So this is why we're moving to a month ahead budgeting. It's going to take us, if projected correctly, about 6 months to get there. If you guys want to follow along, once a month we'll sit down and review the budget and see where we're at with things. But when you're in this gig economy, and I've been in the gig economy since before it was gig economy. These are the things you have to do. These are the things you have to figure in. These are the things you have to think about. And really, an older psychic broke it down to me. How much is 1 minute of your time worth? And then you have to decide what you're doing if it's worth that value, or if you have the liability to do that. So that gets tricky when you're choosing things and going, no, me going to the gym for 90 minutes is worth that $272. Yes, I know how much my time costs me by the minute.
Yeah. Well, and my sister actually has something similar. One of my sisters. And she does it for things like she can change her own oil. She knows how to change her own oil. She can, get the stuff and do it. But she's like, I have a billable rate of X dollars per hour. And I can either take 15 minutes and drop my car off at a Jiffy Lube and pay them $45 while I continue to work and do stuff on my phone. Or I can go out to, my backyard, go buy the ramps and the oil pan and all this crap. And I can spend an hour because I don't have, industrial equipment. I have a human being and like the basics. And I can spend an hour doing nothing but changing my oil. To save that money, but it's going to cost me more than it would to take it and just do it. Someone else do it for me. So she has a good point on that one.
She has a good point on that one. Right. I'm looking to see if we got comments because they're not coming in today.
Well, yeah. Well, Brenda had said a little bit ago, it's been a few minutes, but or emergency comes up and Aeson takes a day off. Those hours have to be split between remaining days. Typically what we would do, but as we were just talking about, like December, January, like that changeover right there, the whole Christmas in and through New Year's, when we were both down medically. There was a point in which there's no splitting it. Or more importantly, the split was get the on network and get us money in this house before we go broke.
I went into what I call war mode, and that's when I do nothing but work. And I dig us out doing 19-hour shifts. And yes, I can do 19 hours full psychic reading, not a problem.
Well, for a limited time.
Right.
Like there is a limit.
Mm-hmm.
Like there does come a point in which it wears him down, and we gotta be like, okay, what's the end goal?
Right.
Get us to a magic number, and then okay, you gotta start like
Cutting back.
hit the brakes.
And, dealing with algorithms. And yeah, lots of coffee. And I'm surprised you didn't. Did you tell him last week what I went and done?
What did you go and do?
The bookshelf in my sewing room.
Oh, sweet Mary Moen. Well, no, we kind of talked about it a little bit. He found a deal on coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, did he ever find a deal on coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was good. It was half price on the canisters. Our local Kroger has been holding stock.
Yeah,
They did that. Yeah. Well, they did that instead of running extra trucks and stuff. They just held stock and sent all the seasonal without running extra trucks to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then turn around, and now they're clearing the stock out of the warehouse. So the shelves are refilling to a point that there is no room.
Right.
And so the stores are in turn like just mass discounting stuff just to get it out of their way.
Right.
So our Kroger was way overloaded on coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So his favorite coffee ended up being like what, $4 and something a canister?
$4.83, 1 minute of my time.
Yeah. So he spent 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And bought enough coffee for an army or, one
Please,
AA
I bought
meeting.
enough coffee for one covenant meeting.
Oh, one covenant meeting. Okay, sorry. I was saying one AA meeting. I figure that's about the rate that the AAers, well, not the AAers, maybe the NAers would go through coffee. The NAers are going to hit the coffee hard.
Right. Okay.
That's my theory.
So let's do our weather and wrap it up.
Yes, Dragon Horde of Coffee.
Yes, Dragon Horde of Coffee. Did I plan on continuing stocking?
Yes.
Yes. All right, what are you doing to me Monday?
Pardon?
What is the weather on Monday?
Oh, sorry. You said, what are you doing to me Monday? I was like, wait, what? So Monday is partly cloudy.
Okay.
69 and 46.
Okay, hold still a second.
Okay, sorry. I was really rushing on the good news.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it doesn't get better. It really does.
46. Okay.
Yeah, 69 and 46.
Okay.
Tuesday, we are rainy.
Okay. All right.
49 and 24.
Yuck. Okay.
We are cloudy on Wednesday.
Okay.
$46 and 26.
Yuck. You're getting worse.
I'm sorry, Brenda just sent a comment. You have a point, Brenda. I'm not saying that on air, but you have a point. All right. So Thursday is partly cloudy. $55.
Okay.
And 41.
Okay.
Rain. She says there is a reason I use Messenger for those comments. Yes, dear, we're aware. Thank you. That is funny.
All right.
48. 36.
Yuck.
Also rain. Oh, look, he had it ready.
Okay.
47 and 28.
Golly. Okay.
Rain. 40. 27.
You know, spring better be getting here soon.
It did. It showed up for Monday and then it ran away.
Yesterday was glorious, guys. It was beautiful, but
Yes.
Monday will be decent. But the rest of this, come on, Joe, get that red knife and get to work.
Not my department. Not my department.
Yes.
You keep saying Rain and Aeson is going to need arc stickers. Yes. Basically, yeah.
That very much so.
Mm-hmm.
But no, a whole cloudy week. Yuck. Oh well. At least this is a week when you're home, so I don't have to worry about all that.
Yep. I won't be going off-roading unintentionally.
Or intentionally in our car.
True.
All
I think
right.
the only off-roading we do is the call AAA kind, no matter how you slice it.
Debatable.
I mean, I don't know. If we go with someone with a winch, they might just be able to pull us back to the road.
Mm-hmm.
Because I figure it'd be like a Thelma and Louise one-way trip kind of off-roading, where you just go off the road and then someone has to pull you back. Like, there's no, like, wee, yay, dang. No, it's going to be one directional. Oh, you're using all your little stampers.
Some of them I don't get a chance to use. Like the laundry one, I don't have to use anymore because I do a load of laundry in the morning.
Hey, you can pop it on there every morning as a little reminder.
Yeah, that's
Laundry.
Yeah. Which, with that, I start designing systems. And we'll talk about some of the systems I've designed later. If you like A plus B equals C, which works out fine until you start involving other people in C, and it's like, no.
Then it becomes a bottleneck.
Yes.
Like if you're waiting on someone else to do part of like the thing,
right?
Then yeah, the whole thing falls over. It's like when because you and the invisible assistant are both really great/bad. For wanting to come in here and take my kefir glass in the mornings.
Right.
And it's like, no. See, you don't understand. That kefir glass, that I come in here and I have my little glass of kefir and I start my day and, get, this 1 hour project I have to do daily out of the way. That glass is my impetus to go to the kitchen to take my dirty glass and eat breakfast. If you take my glass, I don't eat.
Yeah.
Like it's a path of least resistance for me. I have to take the glass to the kitchen because if I don't, it's going to get nasty and no one wants to clean that. So I take it in there and then I get breakfast because I'm in the kitchen.
Right.
But if you take my glass, it's going to be like 5 o'clock and I'm going to get hateful and not know why. And it's because I'm hungry.
Yep. All right, guys. So this is what my week looks like. We hope you've enjoyed. We hope you learned something. Be sure to leave comments below if you've got questions or if you guys want to see more budgeting and us talking about running your own business, working as a consultant, or anything like that. That we will see you on Tuesday. Good night, y'all. Bye.
Oh, well, we got our thing.
Yes, you've got your thing.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting there. So of course we want to thank. Sorry, guys, my eye had to bother me at the worst moment. So of course we want to thank Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Dottie the Psychic, Tracy Van, Caitlin Bell, and Devin. If you'd like to learn more about us, the show, or how you too can become a Patreon sponsor and receive all the wonderful benefits our baristas receive, please visit us at PCSPnetwork.com.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Come too far for you to tie him to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at. Ain't turning back around. You can't stop